Hello and welcome to the Zen of 180, how to use our social networking. We just recently added Disqus and Meebo, two different social networking services. And once you're done, if you could go and vote and tell us what you think on the blog, zen of180.blogspot.com. You can just Google Zen of 180, that'll get you there. And we'd love to have your opinions on what you all think about our new social networking services. So we've always had these buttons over here right next to every single post where you can easily tweet, retweet basically what we have. We already tweeted this particular service. And then also to submit to Dig. Those are two of our primary ways of getting traffic to the site. So I'm just going to take you through the process of what we used to do. So I would click, for instance, on Dig. I'm already logged in, so it'll just take us through digging through our submission. For those of you who don't know, Dig is a social networking site where people suggest different news articles or funny things or videos. And this is a pop-up from Dig, actually. If you're ever interested, this is an example of how when something would get popular on Dig, then I, for instance, could go and click on this. It would open a new tab, and I could go read that article. I typically go through and do our own. I'm going to actually go through the process of writing this this Dig in a second, but just so you can see how we do it, you give it a quick description and then choose a topic. This is what it will look like, and then what we're most interested today are how we can get comments back to our blog even if people write it on Dig. So we've always had those old buttons up at the top right, and that kind of makes it easier for you to quickly submit something if you'd like. Then we also have at the bottom of each post URLs for linking to Facebook, Twitter, if you want to write your own unique post and not just retweet what we wrote, Stumble Upon, which is very similar to Dig, but kind of like a Pandora radio for the internet. It's actually a really cool service we might talk about later. Delicious, and then Technorati. And so these are buttons for individual posts, and so they are there in case you ever want to share a specific post that we have. Alright, so in addition to the very user-friendly way to just hover, drag to share, which opens up the Meebo interface, if you want to exit out of that, you just let go, also very intuitive. But if you want to, say, share the Zen of 180 blog overall, you can just click on the share page on the Meebo bar. You get the same interface, but then instead of sharing a specific image or sharing a specific link, you're sharing just the URL itself. So that's one of the easy ways to say if you want to share not just a particular post, but maybe all of the posts about logical reasoning. For example, you could, instead of sending, copying the URL, you could just click Share Page, then drag and drop. It's very, very intuitive in terms of how to use. Our fan page is also right here along the bottom of the Meebo bar. You click, you can see all of the, not all of, because we have 87 and this only shows about 12, but you can easily become a fan. Hopefully this makes it a little bit easier, since usually we have the Facebook at the bottom of the page, so maybe some people don't see it, but we also don't want to devote a whole lot of image space to that. And then if you want to vote overall the whole Dig, say for instance for this this one tag for logical reasoning, then you could dig this particular one. We don't go through and dig specifically the individual tags, but if you, for instance, thought that this was something that somebody might be interested in, you could submit it, go through the regular whole process. Same thing with Stumbling It. User interface loads up where you just say, oh, this is what the topic is. They give you some suggestions, so I'm going to say law. We have education, internet tools. You can give a quick review, say whether you like it or not, submit it. And Stumble Upon is one of our favorite, a little bit more quirky kind of social networking services. And then this has our whole Twitter feed. Usually we only have about 2 or 3 posted along the sidebar just because of retail space, but this allows our users to see the whole Twitter feed and then go through it one by one if they want. So that's another reason. Just the Meebo bar, it's small, it's only taking up maybe 10-15 pixels along the bottom bar, and anytime that you want to interact with it, it just kind of asks you to do it. It's very, very, very smooth and intuitive. Now we have our new Disqus commenting system opened up. One of the things that we really like about Disqus is you can log in via, of course, its own. Then you could also log in via Facebook. You could log in via Twitter. So for instance, you just click here, then the regular old Twitter login,